The core concept is the hypostatic union. This doctrine affirms that in the single person of Jesus Christ, there are two perfect natures, without confusion, without change, without division, and without separation: the divine nature, divinity, and the human nature, humanity. All his actions and experiences, whether human, such as hunger, thirst, death, or divine, such as performing miracles, forgiving sins, are the actions of the same unique person, the incarnate Word. The death of Jesus on the cross is a unique event where the hypostatic union is manifested most mysteriously. When Jesus died, his humanity underwent a separation like all human beings. Regarding the eternal connection, what gives his death infinite redemptive value is the role of his divinity. The divine person was never separated from any component of his humanity. Due to this connection, his body in the tomb was preserved from corruption. This is the prerequisite for the glorious resurrection. The divine person accompanied his soul when he descended into the underworld, granting him the power to conquer death and liberate the righteous souls who were waiting. The truth that the divinity was not separated created the salvific meaning for the entire event. The death of God, because the divine person was not separated from the humanity. When Jesus died, it was truly the death of the Son of God, a redemptive value of infinite worth for all humanity. Supreme authority in the realm of the dead, his act of bringing the complete divinity down to the place of the dead, demonstrates that his authority encompasses both the world of the living and the world of the dead. It was a proactive action of Christ to proclaim victory and pave the way for the righteous to enter heaven. The separation of the humanity, death, under the guarantee of the divinity, incorruption, is the assurance that his sacrifice is perfect, encompassing and sanctifying the entire human experience of life, death, and triumphing over death. The state of the sleeping divinity and humanity. If the body lay in the tomb, would his divinity sleep or be separated from his humanity? His divinity did not sleep or suffer any reduction in power. The divine person remained whole and intimately connected with both the dead body in the tomb and the separated soul descending to the underworld. Thanks to this connection, his body was preserved from corruption, a privilege beyond the normal human death. The body underwent true death, resting motionless in the tomb. The soul remained active but was no longer in the body, instead descending to visit the place of the dead, Sheol, Hades, limbo of the fathers. Death was merely the separation of soul and body, not the separation of the divine person from the humanity. The ultimate victory, the time he spent there, was the climax of the spiritual battle against death and the power of Satan. The time Jesus was in the tomb and his soul descended to the underworld was not passive. This was the pinnacle of the work of salvation. His death paid the price for sin. His descent to the place of the dead was an act of breaking the power of Satan and the power of death over humanity. His soul went to the limbo of the fathers in Catholicism, or the place of the righteous in the Old Testament, to proclaim that salvation was complete, freeing the righteous souls waiting for him and leading them into heaven. This was the final victory before the resurrection, transforming death, which was once a punishment, into a bridge to life. He had to go through the entire cycle of life, death, and humiliation to the lowest place to complete the work of salvation. His sacrifice was only complete when he experienced the entirety of human experience, from birth, life, suffering, death, and even descending to the lowest place, which is the realm of the dead. He humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. In this way, he proved that there is no place, even the darkest part of humanity, the realm of the dead, that God's power and saving presence cannot reach. This humiliation ensures that the work of salvation is perfect and complete. By descending to the place of the dead, he completely identified with the ultimate human experience. Every person must face death. Jesus' soul descending to the place of the dead shows that he not only shared life and physical death but also shared the post-death state of humanity. He became the pioneer who went through the realm of the dead, sanctifying and transforming it. For humankind, death is an abyss. But because he went through it and conquered it, he guarantees that those who believe in him will not be left in the loneliness of the grave but will be brought out by his resurrection power. In summary, the time Jesus spent in the tomb is a mystery of absolute obedience, where the divinity preserved the body from corruption and the soul, still connected to the divinity, achieved the final victory over the power of death, completing the work of salvation by fully experiencing every aspect of the human condition, including death. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.